Next on News 4, a campus divided. UMass coming to grip with ugly accusations. Life in the fast lane, speeding up in Massachusetts. And what a difference a day makes. Vaughn with a different mission in mind tonight. News 4 is next.
Now, Jack Williams, Liz Walker, Bruce Schwegler, Bob Lobel, Joyce Kulhawick. Now, live, this is WBZ News 4.
Good evening. Here's what's happening tonight. Outrage at UMass Dartmouth after rape charges against a group of hockey players are dropped.
Tonight, a major anti-violence march and rally on the southeastern Massachusetts campus. WBZ's Ted Wayman is standing by at UMass Dartmouth. Ted?
Good evening, Liz. There was a surprise speaker at tonight's rally against violence. That surprise speaker was the alleged victim in this case. Now, the courts have said this case is over, but many on campus say it's not.
Hi, I'm Kathy. I'm a survivor of sexual abuse.
This is the woman who claims she was raped by 5 UMass Dartmouth hockey players last spring. It is also the first time she has spoken in public, agreeing that her identity be made known. Ultimately, a grand jury and district attorney did not believe her story, and many on campus don't either. Bill Peterson knows 2 of the players involved.
In this day and age, no means no, but the fact of the matter is, I mean, if a grand jury, acquitted them, I don't think she really has much to go on.
No means no.
Still, there is plenty of support for the woman. Even after all charges were dropped against the 5 players, there is vocal and growing concern on campus that justice was not served in this case. Michelle LaFerrier is a roommate of the woman involved.
I want to send out a message that women shouldn't be afraid to come forth, because the more women that come forth and speak their mind, the better chance we have of fighting violence against women.
How are the 2 guys that you know that now have had the charges dropped against them?
They seem happier. They seem in better spirits, but it's still the civil case.
Whatever happened last spring in this dorm room, there are many unanswered questions on campus. This case has dominated conversations here for months, and many want campus life returned to normal.
There's nothing you can do after the charges have been dropped. It's between the girl and them. I think most of the talk that I've heard has not been good about the guys who are accused, but it really sheds a bad light on the school, if you understand what I'm saying.
Now, those 5 players still face a civil suit brought on by the woman you saw in our story, and they also face disciplinary hearings on campus. As for now, none of those 5 players are actually allowed to live on campus. For now, I'm Ted Wayman reporting live from UMass Dartmouth. Liz and Jack, back to you.
Okay, Ted, thank you.
A former MBTA driver accused of preying on little children by forcing them to pose for sexually explicit photos is out free on bail tonight. Baron Bush walked away from jail after posting $10,000 bail. Investigators confiscated thousands of pictures from his Roxbury home, an MBTA locker, and from his storage facility after getting a tip from a former girlfriend. Prosecutors say he has admitted to taking the photos. The DA's office has set up a hotline hoping to locate the young victims who may live in Baron's neighborhood.
Do you have a sense of what these calls are saying?
Some have some very specific information about the defendants. Others have questions and concerns that we're able to allay in some instances or pursue.
Another former girlfriend of Barron is also charged in the case. Prosecutors say Yvonne Thomas provided a girl, reportedly her daughter, for explicit photos. If you think your child may have come in contact with Baron Bush, prosecutors would like to talk with you. Call the Suffolk County District Attorney's Office, 725-8687. Encouraging news from Children's Hospital tonight about that little 12-year-old Boston girl who was mauled by a vicious Rottweiler dog. Joy Dowling is in good condition now, and doctors say she shows no signs of having any vision or hearing loss. Dowling and a friend were attacked on their way home from school yesterday. That big dog was shot and killed by a police officer. Dowling's 6-year-old friend was treated and released following the frightening attack. So far, no charges have been filed against the dog's owner.
The speed limit could be going up on more Bay State highways. It seems that most drivers break the present 55-mile-an-hour speed limit anyway. Governor Wells said today he will propose raising the speed limit as soon as President Clinton signs the bill approved by Congress. Well's plan would raise the limit to 65 on virtually all interstate highways outside metropolitan areas, plus a couple of limited access state highways in southeastern Massachusetts. Opponents say that raising the limit will mean more accidents and worse injuries. The governor also issued his legislative wish list today, ticking off the items he wants approved before lawmakers go home in mid-November. The Democratic legislature may have other ideas, but the governor would like more prisons built, a single sales tax for businesses instead of payroll and property taxes. He wants it easier for juveniles accused of violent crimes to be tried as adults, and he wants to discourage frivolous lawsuits, calling the Bay State sue-happy.
They have one thing in common. We believe they are all no-brainers. They're measures that should and can be written into Massachusetts law during this session.
And the governor promises to remain in the Bay State to fight for his agenda. He came under heavy criticism last spring for being out of town and missing some important battles.
It seems as though the word closing would never be used in a sentence written about the O.J. Simpson murder trial, but finally they're using it. In a very highly unusual move, Judge Lance Ito will instruct the jury tomorrow before closing arguments are even given next week. And today was a bad day for the defense. The most devastating blow came when Judge Ito ruled that the jury can find Simpson guilty of second-degree murder as an alternative to the much tougher criteria for first-degree murder.
And the position of the defendant is that, yes, these are premeditated murders that the defendant did not commit. So by giving that instruction, you are contradicting and undercutting the defense presented by the defendant in this case.
This jury should not be placed with that Hobson's choice of either convicting this man of first degree or set this man free.
Stay tuned to WBZ News 4 for continuing coverage of the jury instruction and the final arguments in the O.J. Simpson trial. A Worcester man wanted for a string of break-ins in central Massachusetts finally is behind bars tonight. He's 24-year-old Jason Morris. He was picked up following a stolen car chase in Leicester today. You may remember Norris's name from a story earlier this week. Police say Norris is the man who tried to break into a Bear home on Tuesday, only to be run out of the house by a 13-year-old girl. That was a Berry home. Apparently, he'd threatened, the girl had threatened him with a field hockey stick, and he ran out of the house. Norris eluded a massive dragnet by police following that attempted burglary in Berry.
An honor for a slain Massachusetts state trooper. The state legislature voted today to name a Route 3 traffic tunnel in Kingston for Mark Charbonnier. Charbonnier, you recall, was murdered during a traffic stop on Route 3 1 year ago. He was 31 when he died. Charbonnier, a 6-year veteran of the force, was close to receiving his law degree.
Well, tonight, American League schedule makers gave the Boston Red Sox a well-deserved night off. Last night found Vaughn and his teammates on horseback for a celebration after clinching the Eastern Division title. But as WBZ's Dan Ray found out tonight, Mo and his friends had a different agenda tonight.
With the American League East won, Mo Vaughn and a few hundred of his closest friends took over the Massachusetts State House. Not to celebrate a baseball season, but to celebrate the lives of Boston's young people, specifically young people who spend their days in Mo's youth development program. Mo watched with his mom on his lap, his dad at his side, and hundreds of admirers nearby, including Boston Mayor Tom Menino.
Mo is an all-star, both on the field and off the field. A lot of them talk about it and will show up at events on special occasion. But Mo's there when he's not playing. He's in the streets of our city, in the schools of our city, helping the young kids who need that help.
In characteristic fashion, Mo heaped praise on program administrators.
They're like my right and left arm. And without them, I don't walk. That's how it is. I appreciate it.
But if others are the arms and legs, Mo is the backbone and a role model for high-profile celebrities everywhere.
You can't do things on your own, you know. People come out, you know, donating that type of money. It's really appreciated by, you know, me and everybody who works at the foundation and for the kids. And the good thing about it is that I know if you know, we continue to give them an opportunity, they're going to execute with it. You know, it's not something that's going to be wasted.
This event raised thousands of dollars for the Mo Vaughn Development Center, and in the process, put this community on notice that both the Development Center and Mo Vaughn will be around these parts for a long time to come. From Boston, Dan Ray, WBZ News 4.
You got to hand it to him. He is something.
He's
Vaughn.
always out there in the community, a good man. There's more ahead on News 4. Here's some of the stories you'll see.
He's got a Texas-sized campaign fund and unlimited presidential ambition. Find out where Phil Graham stands on the issues.
The film industry wouldn't rate this movie. Joyce Kulhawick finds out why. A preview of Showgirls, coming up on WBZ News 4.